So recently, I met a woman who was a fellow survivor of a sociopathic predator. She found out, get this, she found out that she was in a 32-year relationship with a predator who lied, who cast a web of lies, who knew what to say in order to gather and to solidify her trust, to make her feel at ease, who then had cameras all interior all around the house, who used his job as a cover, the most disgusting form of evil that crossed moral corrupt boundaries in both his professional and personal life. I just talked to this woman for 30 or 40 minutes, and it's made something very clear that needs to be said out to other survivors of sociopathic relationships. And that is, do not hold on to your pain out of entitlement. What I mean by that is, do not continue shackling yourself to the experiences of your past because you think subconsciously that what they did is so terrible that you cannot actually forgive them and who they are, and thus holding on to your pain out of entitlement. They were so awful. They were so fucking corrupt and such a terrible person that I am allowed to be mad for the rest of my fucking life. I am allowed to hold on to that pain for the rest of my fucking life. Yes, on one hand, but on another hand, I want you to be free and you want you to be free. You don't want this person who used that amount of time that they were with you to continue having power over you and to continue taking up space in your precious mind and soul. You want to break the shackles from the devil itself, because that is who you were with. That is who I was with. I have walked this fire. And this woman was in her 60s and she looks at me and she's like, "You are so wise beyond your ears." I'm like, "Yeah, honey, I have been through it and come out the other side." And I realized as I was going through the depth of the pain of what my past relationship has caused me to feel, that if I stay mad at him forever, even though what he did was unforgivable, the only person at the end of the day that's burning is me, because he's gone on. I apparently was his best relationship, the best thing that's ever happened to him, but he was the absolute worst for me. And the only way for me to release myself from him taking up more space in my body, mind, and soul is to release that pain itself, is to realize that the entitlement that I felt that came along with that terrible experience is partly what shackled me to the grief, through the distrust. Your predator, the predator that you were with, they want you to feel all those things. They want you to be fundamentally broken. They want you for the rest of your life to feel like you can't trust anybody, you can't open yourself up to anybody else. They want to be that last person that has grasped you in their very being, so that they know that you will never love anybody in the way that you love them, because they have hurt you so bad. So now they have this sense of control over you. Honey, we no, 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 no. We don't want that for you. We don't want that for me. We don't want that for anybody. And the level of bullshittery still does not entitle you to hold on to that pain forever, because that pain will fester. It will bury itself in your psyche and it will begin to bud into ugly, calloused versions of yourself, angry, aggressive versions of yourself, angry, sad, disassociated versions of yourself that are not your true being. And we're not going to let him win. We're not going to let the sociopathic predator win. Fuck no. We are going to set you free. And in that, realizing that your pain, while needed to be felt, while needs to be released, does not need to be held on to. And the faster you allow yourself to feel that grief, the less you numb yourself through the process, the more you allow yourself to get deep into that hurt shadow aspect of yourself, the more you can free yourself on the other side, and the more that your sociopathic predator of the past will know that he will never be able to control you ever again. This is Survivors of Sociopaths. My name is Deanna Rusiga. Join the community of like minded survivors, and together we are free.